Finally, something that I actually would like. This is, again, from Pro-Gon Kenobi. How would you feel about them implementing evergreen zones, where the old zones are relevant at cap for more than one quest? Just the idea of evergreen stuff in, like, more classic zones. To that, I mean, honestly, my simple enough answer is, yeah. The more they can have World of Warcraft feel like World of Warcraft, the better. Now, the problem, obviously, is that content is the expensive bit. So, they couldn't just keep slapping content in every single zone. So, hard to know exactly how they do that. But, yeah, fundamentally, sure, why not? Yeah, I guess.
It would be an interesting problem to solve in a whole bunch of ways, because how do you do that and then you have it scale? So you're like, oh yeah, well, how do you keep the content intact across the expansions and patches and then also have it there? Oh, do you have Zadormi have 7 dialogue options to go to which time zone? There's maybe something like that you could do, or, I mean, what you would do is the FF14 solution, right? Where you go, here is Baja. Is this highly relevant to you at level 19 Walker? No. Is it a kind of technically sort of, because some stuff's changed? Is it just a bit of content you can go and do? And it will be good forever because the rewards are all like cosmetic and stuff, and also it's fun content and it's scalable and stuff. Yeah. Because even that's the thing about Eureka. I haven't done that. I really want to. I do have to set aside about 6 weeks, which is a big ask when you're trying to play a whole load of different games at once. But that's always there. So they could go for that approach, or they could go for, like, the one thing, I mean, this is the example, it's super obvious, right? Just timeless isles.
Yeah.
Just go, well, either you go, okay, here's the timeless isle. The timeless isle has now been updated, and it scales to your level, and it's constantly got a cosmetic reward, so you can do it whatever time you want.
Done.
Sweet. Or you could go timeless isles and add a new isle beside the timeless isle, and then go, okay, well, here's a new timeless isle. It's for, like, a progression beyond. But then that's where you would go for, like, that's where you would do, like, the Baja or Eureka, but extensible. So it's like, hey, it's Pandaria's Timeless Isle. Sweet. They'd have to redesign this, of course. But Timeless Isle Part 2 comes out, and or maybe they redesign it and just call it the Timeless Isles again. Redesign it. The Pandaria one's a thing of the past. Doesn't make sense because it's timeless, but you know what I mean. And it's got its own little progression system. In the same way Dragon Riding had its own progression system for the Dragon Isles, in the same way that Korthia had its own little progression system. Shudder to bring the name up, Korthia, but they did go, here's a little... Zereth Moor is probably a good example where you had Pocket and all upgrades. Do that, but on a scale that's scalable. So you can go, Timeless Isle, Island 1 is in 10.2. Timeless Isle, Island 2 is in 10.4.
It's more things like Deaths of Chromie even.
Yeah, and
just
then, yeah. But then you go, oh, well, I only started playing in 10.4. Do I have to catch up? Yes, because this isn't tied to power. This is just a new part in a thing that's ever expanding. Same like the Hildebrand quests, as an example, is just, this is just shit you just go and do on the side. And then, it's 11.1. Another Timeless Isle. Oh, look at that. We have a system that's infinitely expandable. And we can add to it whenever we have ideas for it. And then whenever new people join, they get to go, look at all the content I can do that's fun. Is it relevant? No. Is it fun? Is it framed as always relevant? Yes. Because that's the difference, right?
Yeah, because they need a way for players to actually...
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like,
just not think, it's old, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's like Deaths of Chromie, old, I don't give a shit. Deaths of Chromie, still incredible.
It's good. Go do it. It's fun.
It probably isn't balanced anymore. But, it's like, if that were framed as not being content of that era, if that were framed as you go to Chromie and she always has that quest going, hey, could you give me a hand to this? Or something along those lines. Where it's like, quest 1, do the Chromie time. Quest 2, the Deaths of Chromie. Just there for characters. That would solve the problem because people go, quest. As opposed to, how do you find out the Deaths of Chromie? I don't remember.
It's impossible for a new player to come.
You're halfway through Legion content and then it pops up for some reason. Or you find out about it on a website as opposed to being there in a way that makes sense. God, really full of good ideas today, aren't we?
Yeah. helps some people know about the content. But yeah, they've made so much stuff in the game. Like even say, not that Argent Tournament's the most fun thing in the universe, but there's probably a bunch of people that would be like, yeah, go get some mounts. But they might not even know about it.
Yep.
There just needs to be like a proper way of seeing all these things.